Hi there, my name is Morgan Risden and I'm the creator of Center Studio, where I teach people skills to feel more comfortable more often. Now, typically in a week, I'm teaching private lessons, I'm teaching group classes, and all of these teachings are sort of inspiring me for whatever videos I share with you all each week. Well, as most of you know, this week is not like a typical week, and I don't think in the foreseeable future it will be the same. So while some of my students have transferred to online classes or online lessons with me, I'm also spending much more time with my family. So I am being inspired by my 3-year-old, my 5-year-old, and my husband. And one thing that stuck out this week that I thought was really interesting that I wanted to share with you all was when my daughter was having a tantrum. Now, no, this was not my 3-year-old. This was my 5-year-old having a tantrum, okay? So she's upset and she's really inconsolable. She's just crying. And all of a sudden she lets out this, "I'm so sad, I need a hug." And I thought, oh, I can do that for you. So I said, "You want a hug?" And she goes, "Yeah." I'm just kind of crying and pouting. And so she comes over and I give her a hug. And I'm thinking, wow, I know some adults who don't even know how to ask for what they need when they're really upset. This girl's good, okay? I mean, ignore the fact that she's 5 having a tantrum, right? We all have our days. But I thought the fact that she could identify how she felt, right? She could identify that she was sad, and then she could ask for what she needed. She said, "I need a hug." I think that's really important, friends, to remember that not only, sometimes we get angry, right? Sometimes we get frustrated, but we don't always know why. We don't always know what is fueling that. Maybe we're angry because we don't feel respected with our workspace. Maybe we don't feel we're being considered in our relationship as we're trying to get things done or take care of the house, etc. And then being able to ask for our needs. So maybe right now you're working on top of your spouse and you need to set up designated times where you'll take care of the kids and be homeschooling, I'll be doing my work, and then we'll swap. Or maybe I go for my run in the morning and you take care of the kids and then I'll take care of breakfast, right? So being able not only to identify how you feel, but what need is not being met. And sometimes those needs, friends, are not necessarily having to be met by your immediate family or even your immediate partner or spouse. Sometimes those needs can be met from other places too. And we sometimes have to get a little creative, right? So I feel as though at this time, when there's so much uncertainty and so many things happening in the world that we don't really have control over, I think it's especially important right now that we're able to identify how we're feeling and be able to express what a need is that possibly could be met. And then I know a lot of people don't like to ask for help, okay? I'm married to somebody who doesn't really like to ask for a lot of help, so I get it. But you know, my upbringing, I come from, you know, if there's one thing I learned from my mom, it never hurts to ask. And I really have lived that way, and I feel like I've gotten so much from that. Because even sometimes I ask somebody and they say, "Oh, no, I can't do that. But you know, let me help you, I know somebody else who can." Great. Okay, it doesn't have to be that person that I'm asking. It just has to lead me to maybe getting what I need. And I think in this time when things are so up in the air for many people and the overwhelm is really high, the anxiety that people are experiencing is very tangible, I think that is especially important. So I'm going to encourage all of you to practice this idea of identifying what you're feeling and what your needs are, and maybe put the ask out there to somebody, whether it's a quick call or a talk or what have you. And then also recognize that this is an unusual circumstance, so you might have to get a little creative, right? Be a little creative with what you're asking for. And you know, in my case, I'm doing a lot of things where I'll look at things with gratitude. So I'm able to pick up a book, right? I've gotten 5 pages in, which is good for me. Usually I'm asleep after 1 or 2, but I have more time. I can also enjoy my time cooking and preparing a meal. Okay, sometimes I'm feeling like I have to rush through preparing dinner to get, you know, to the next thing I have to do. And now I have the luxury of time really at my disposal. So I'm going to encourage you all to also think about getting a little more creative and expressing some more gratitude. Also, I've set up, it's called Your Daily Calm, and it's a Zoom call every night at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put the information in the YouTube comments below. But invite anybody you know. It doesn't have to be an Alexander Technique student. It could be your neighbor, your friend, your dad, whoever, your brother's cousin's best friend's second wife. I don't care. Whoever you think during this special time would need somebody to help them calm down their nervous system, I'm here to help. I'm going to be talking people through, it'll be 30 to 45 minutes of constructive rest and meditation. And they can call in and join for however long they want to, but every night for the next 2 weeks, I'll be doing that. So please feel free to join and share it with whomever you feel would appreciate it, okay? All right, until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves and take care of one another. All right, ciao.